What's going on YouTube? It's X-Man1991. I am back with another video. Hope you guys had an incredible weekend. I definitely had a great weekend. And for those of you that are back in school, I would like to say welcome back. I hope you guys had a great summer. Normally when I was a kid, I used to look forward to the first day of school, even though I enjoy my summers. But when I was a kid, I normally would look forward on the first day of school, new teachers and also making new friends. This video rant, yes, school season is back in session. This video rant is sponsorship by Bluebell Cookies and Cream Cone Ice Cream. And no, this is not going to be a food review. The next flavor of Bluebell ice cream that I'm going to review is the Bride's Cake. I thought I'd just take a bite of this to maintain my composure. I have not one or two Astros games I'm going to do a recap on. So while I get this set up, I have some breaking news according to Mike Henry. Former Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson has been suspended for 5 more games. Excuse me. He was suspended for 6 games, but now they suspended him for 5 more games, which makes it 11. He's suspended for the first 11 games of the 2022-2023 NFL season. He will be making his return on Sunday, December 4th, when him and his new team, the Cleveland Browns, goes up against us at the NRG Stadium. Deshaun's first trip back to the NRG Stadium here in Houston for the first time since the 2020-2021 NFL season. I still want to know what the fans' reaction is going to be, whether they're going to cheer for Deshaun or whether they're going to boo him when he returns to the NRG Stadium. But this nigga has not learned his lesson. He's still messing around with these females. And if I'm correct, Deshaun Watson does have a girlfriend, so why is he messing around with these females if he have a female himself? I don't understand that. I want to know what his girlfriend thinks about those allegations against him of sexually assaulting 22 women. I'm glad those charges against him were dropped, but he's still messing around with these females. If Deshaun Watson keeps this shit up, they may ban him from the NFL for life. And he may end up just like R. Kelly and Mystical, spending the rest of his life in jail if he doesn't get his shit together, because Deshaun has not learned his lesson when those charges against him were dropped. He did not play all season last season, and it looks like he's not going to be playing for the first 11 games of the season. So Deshaun Watson, you need to get your shit together, or you're going to end up like R. Kelly and Mystical, who both are behind bars right now. One is serving 30 years, and he's still doing his Chicago trial, and the other is being held without bond until his next trial. I don't know what's going on with these grown-ass men sexually assaulting these grown women and these underage girls. It really makes me sick. So we'll see you December 4th, Deshaun Watson, if they're going to let you play. Because I guarantee you're going to get your ass booed when you come back here to the NRG Stadium. So get it together, Deshaun Watson, or you're going to end up in jail for the rest of your life, just like Mystical and R. Kelly. Or excuse me, Robert Kelly. This is getting out of hand with you. I lost all respect for Deshaun Watson. And you all know I lost respect for R. Kelly and Mystical. They just won't leave these grown women and these underage girls alone. Just can't believe it. But in the meantime, we're going to do a recap of Monday through Thursday's games between the Chicago White Sox and the Houston Astros. Then we're going to do a recap of this past weekend's games between the Houston Astros and the defending World Series champions, the ATL Braves. So we're going to start recapping the Astros White Sox first. Astros scored 2 runs in the top of the first inning. Neither teams didn't score shit through innings 2 through 7. White Sox scored 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th. And neither teams didn't score shit in the 9th inning. Final score: Chicago White Sox 4, Houston Astros 2. The White Sox were 60-56 as the Astros fell 75-42. Here's a recap of Tuesday's game. Neither teams didn't score shit in the first inning. White Sox scored 1 run in the bottom of the 2nd. Astros scored 2 runs in the top of the 3rd. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 4th inning. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the 5th. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 6th inning. White Sox scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 7th, 1 run in the bottom of the 8th, and neither teams didn't score shit in the 9th inning. Final score: Chicago White Sox 4, Houston Astros 3. The White Sox were 61-56 as the Astros fell 75-43. Now here's a recap of Wednesday's game. All right. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the 1st. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 2nd and 3rd inning. Both teams scored 2 runs apiece in the 4th inning. And neither teams didn't score shit in the last 5 innings. Final score: Houston Astros 3, Chicago White Sox 2. The Astros were 76-43 as the White Sox fell 61-57. Oh my God. Now here's a recap from Thursday's game. You won't believe how this game went. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 1st inning. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the 2nd. 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. 6 runs in the top of the 4th. White Sox scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 5th. Astros scored 2 runs in the top of the 6th, while the White Sox scored 1 run in the bottom of the 6th. Both teams scored 1 run apiece in the 7th inning. And the Astros scored 4 runs in the 8th, the top of the 8th and 9th inning. And they blew out the White Sox on Thursday, 21-5. Damn. The Astros was not playing on Thursday, especially after they lost the first 2 games. They were 77-43 as the White Sox fell 61-58. Now let's do a recap of the Astros versus the Braves. A rematch of last year's World Series. Neither teams didn't score shit in the first 2 innings. This is Friday's game. The Braves scored 3 runs in the bottom of the third. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 4th inning. Astros scored 2 runs in the top of the 5th. The Braves scored 3 runs in the bottom of the 6th. And neither teams didn't score shit in the last 3 innings. Final score: Atlanta Braves 6, Houston Astros 2. The Braves were 74-47 as the Astros fell 77-44. Now here's a recap from Saturday's game. Neither teams didn't score shit in the first inning. It don't see which team scored in the first inning. I'm guessing nobody scored anything. They didn't score shit in the first 4 innings. Both teams scored 1 run apiece in the 5th inning. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 6th, 7th, 8th, and 9th inning, and they took the game to extra innings. Both teams scored 2 runs apiece in the 10th inning. Astros scored 1 run in the top of the 11th, and the Braves scored 2 in the bottom of the 11th. Final score: Atlanta Braves 5, Houston Astros 4. The defending World Series champions win their 75th game of the season, and they have 47 losses, as the Astros fell 77-45. And now here's a recap of yesterday's game. The Braves scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 2nd inning. The Astros scored 2 runs in the top of the 3rd. Neither teams didn't score shit in the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th inning. The Astros scored 2 runs in the top of the 8th. Then they scored 1 run in the top of the 9th, while the Braves scored 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th. Final score: Houston Astros 5, Atlanta Braves 4. The Astros are now 78-45 as the Braves fall 75-48. After a 7-game road trip, the Astros are back at the crib tomorrow through Thursday, taking on Carlos Correa and the Minnesota Twins. Then this weekend, they take on the Baltimore Orioles. Next Tuesday and Wednesday, they go against the Rangers in Arlington. Next weekend, they're in Anaheim going up against the Angels, the 2nd through the 4th. Memorial Day, September 5th through September 7th, they take on the Texas Rangers. September 9th through 9/11, they take on the Angels. September 12th through the 14th, they go against the Tigers in Detroit. September 15th through the 18th is a rematch taking on the Athletics. September 19th through the 21st against the Rays in Tampa Bay. September 22nd through my mom's birthday, the 25th, against the Orioles in Bmore. September 27th and the 28th, they take on the Diamondbacks. September 30th through October 2nd, they take on the Rays. And the last 3 games of the regular season, they take on the Philadelphia Phillies. Ooh, what a crazy 4-game road trip and a 3-game road trip of the Astros going up against the White Sox and the Braves. But Thursday's game against the White Sox, the Astros was not playing. They opened up a can of whoop ass on these White Sox, the 2005 World Series champions. So it's a tie between the White Sox and the Astros. So the Astros are 2-1 against the White Sox at the crib and 2-2 against them on the road. And thank God they dodged the bullet by not getting swept by the defending World Series champions. And don't forget, I did play the Welcome to Atlanta remix last year when the Braves won the World Series to give them their props. They have not won the World Series since 1995. So congratulations, Astros, for not getting swept by the defending World Series champions and for tying the series against the White Sox. Now you're back at the crib tomorrow through this weekend, taking on the Minnesota Twins and the Baltimore Orioles. In the meantime, I'm going to go do my push-ups, squats, and sit-ups and then do my running. And when I come back, I got 2 Ruthless Aggression era rants. One, the final confrontation between The Rock and Brock Lesnar from the August 22nd, 2002 edition of SmackDown. And Chris Jericho losing to John Cena for the WWE Championship and gets fired from the August 22nd, 2005 edition of Monday Night Raw. Don't follow your dreams, chase them. Peace. Go Houston Astros.